Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and welcome. Oh my goodness, I am happy to show my very cleaned up eyebrows. What? And my way dark hair. I mean, I try and be really subtle because my little third graders will call me on it and they'll be like, Miss McCants, did you paint your hair? I guess it's painting, right? I mean, I think of it as dyeing my hair, but they're like, I've seen my mom paint her hair before. Yeah, I painted my hair. What it is, like usually my hair is really naturally golden brown. And it has always some red in it, which is true for my whole family. Even though some kids have black hair, there's a red sheen. Blonde hair, it has strawberry blonde. The brown hairs all have auburn. Like, that's just how we ride. Blue eyes, we're all Irish, right? But anyway, I thought, whenever you get color, it's usually a little darker than you expect. So I'll get light golden brown. If this is light, what? And it looks even darker in real life. They're going to be so on to me. But you know what? It's dramatic and I'm dramatic. So, yo. Okay, let's get on to the message, my friends. God, as usual, called me on my business. If it's not Miss Ra calling me on my business, then it is God himself. And what it was that being my typical compulsive nightmare and not working my plan per se, in the sense that I let hunger get out, ahead of me. And so this morning, I still have a cold. I'm still struggling. I woke up really late. And so I can't play the game of intermittent fasting because it really seems to be screwing me up. But I was like, oh, gee, it's already 10. I might as well just wait. Hello. I went ahead and had my lemon water with turmeric and, ginger and black pepper and la, and it was lovely. And then time got away from me. And all of a sudden, it was like 1 o'clock. And my dude was like, hey, let's go out to lunch. So the compulsive nightmare in me was like, oh, sure, I could go to lunch. I'm so full of it. Oh, my Lord. And he's like, well, I mean, you have your own food, right? Oh, yeah, but, I'll figure it out when we get there. I'm up to no good. So I get to the restaurant, and of course, he's so good. He's like, well, I know they have salad here, and I think they have vegetable soup, and, you can ask the guy for lemon and hello. He hasn't even lived the lifestyle and he's memorized my process. And I'm thinking, whatever, dude. I will eat whatever I want, okay? I can have whatever I want. I can have cooked food. I can have junk. I can have whatever. Who cares? So I'm sitting there going through the whole thing as usual. Can I justify it? Is it vegan? Is it junk food vegan? All the usual. Oh. And as I'm sitting there, like any good horror story you have ever seen, any horror film you've ever seen, the walls turned in. It was like, and all of a sudden, like, the walls zoomed in. And I was in, like, the WALL-E movie. Do you know that WALL-E or whatever? I was in that WALL-E movie. Sorry I'm giggling, but it was unreal. And as I'm hearing Tanny Raw in my head saying, parent yourself, Juliana, come on, the whole thing. And I'm like, whatever, Miss Raw, you do not live my, you do not rule my life, girl. All of a sudden, God stepped in. It was like, yeah, you can't hear Danny, who he sent, by the way, straight from God. How about if I step in? And I was like, okay, Father, what? Choo, 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 choo. The whole 3D zoom in. I looked around that room. Oh, my Lord. I saw myself in a week from now if I was eating the way that I had planned. There was this woman, God bless her 1,000 times, humongous, in an electric wheelchair. Now, one could argue the poor thing couldn't move. So she's put on weight while in the chair. I could counter-argue. She was already a heavyweight champ, was stuck in the chair, and has put on twice as much weight in that time. So she's in this chair, and I'm like, Wally. If you haven't seen the movie, W-A-L-L-E, Wally, see that movie. Oh my gosh. And then the chick next to her was also huge. When they called for their table, while I humbly waited, she couldn't get up. God bless her. She could not get up. She kind of spotted herself on the friend's wheelchair. And then her dude, who was also very big, but had some height to him and was able to carry his weight, I guess, physically helped her to get up. And I was like, oh my Lord, okay, it's enough, Father. I was thinking, I'm like in the Wizard of Oz, and the house is going to jump on me. I'm not even kidding you. The house is going to drop any second and crush me. I did not say a word to my husband. I just kept looking around that room. Broken people, obese people, people waddling to their tables, to mostly eat animal products, right? To get that cheese in that's devastating the female body, to get that meat in that's killing all men in particular with their prostates. Prostate, right? Prostrate, yeah. You prostrate to lie down, a prostate. People, I'm just trying to get my game back, man. I'm still like sick. I'm much better, right? I got some light, I got my brows, but I'm still sick. Let's be fair. Maybe God will give us a snow day tomorrow. I don't know. But if he doesn't, what's your problem, Juliana? Oh, I don't know. I'm freaking out because I have to be observed. It's my formal observation. You know, so my principal's going to be in there, and will I be on? I probably will, but am I a little 3-year-old scared to death saying I'm not enough? Sadly, that's true for me too. So, you know, if you're thinking of me around 9:20 Pacific Standard Time and sending up some whoop whoops, you can do it, Jules. I'd be loving that energy. Anyway, that was my Wally moment. I was scared to death. Okay, so what was the result of it? I'm glad you asked. The result of it was I ordered exactly what I had intended when I was pretending with my husband to be a healthy, wannabe vegan. And I ate properly. And then when I got home, we went about our business, and before I knew it, I'd prepared his meal and taken care of all the animals in the pouring rain and everything else, which isn't to suggest that my husband doesn't do things. He does. He's just exhausted, and I love him, and I'm willing to serve. So I took care of all of that, and then all of a sudden, tick-tock, I was past the clock on my window of eating, and I had to say, peace be with you. You will live to eat another day. And I did not eat anything else. So I only had that humble, a lot, but humble salad is what I had. And one healthy fat with it. And I was like, you know what? You're going to be okay. You don't have to break your time zone. You don't have to do anything. And another thing was we went and got me a rebounder. Because when I got the message back from Amazon trying to get a hold of the company to say, hi, your product totally broke in 1 year, I got this severely broken English message back from who knows where, saying that they didn't have access to email, but they would find me in time. And my hips were just filling out and my muscles were depleting as I read it. I was like, you know what? You don't need to get a dang Bellicon, you know? Just go get a rebounder. Even if you have to turn it back in a year, who cares? So I got this like big 48-inch bouncy, fun rebounder, and it didn't break our bank, and it'll do for now. And what I've been doing is 25 minutes. That's comfortable for me. It's pushing myself for the extra 5. And then I've been doing 10 minutes of weights with my arms, which are so necessary because my arms are a freak of nature, but I will get into that on another day. As usual, it is 10:30 at night and I still have homework. And, you know, I'm still struggling with my being sick, but who cares? I'm here, I'm Jules, I'm blessed, and I'm vegan, and I checked in with you, peeps. I'm so thrilled to be here. So all my little people who just ended the reset and are in mourning, may I be of support to you. Come on, people, like if you like, join us if you haven't. Leave me a message so that I can support you. Know that I pray for you, and as always, until we talk again, be blessed.